So here is the thing that my daughter made today. So as you guys know, I didn't get all new ink pads, but all of my ink pads are now the new style of ink pads that Stampin' Up! Changed to a few years ago. I finally bit the bullet and bought all the ones I didn't have in this style. So I had, oh my gosh, Patricia said she just placed an order to help me. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. That's awesome. So she asked me what I was going to do with all my old style pads. And I said, I don't know. They're sitting in my other room. So the next thing I know, she comes up to me and she says, what do you think of this? And I said, oh my gosh, the inspiration in my brain just went off. And I said, this is all her fingerprints. She just kept sticking her finger in the ink pad and putting it on this cardstock. And then she wrote ugly as heck. And I said, that's not ugly. Those colors, it inspired me. So let me show you the card that this inspired me to make. Okay. So I had been wanting to use the watercolor shapes. And so I thought, oh my gosh, I could use these watercolor shapes and stamp them in basically like she did, and then stamp these large greetings in there. So let's do that. Okay, let me get my papers out. We're going to use polished pink as our card base because, duh, it's amazing. Oh, there's a glare, sorry. I hate that when my lights hit stuff and it's an annoying glare. Here's some pieces. We're going to use a strip of paper from the Brights pattern pack here. And we've got some of the gorgeous polished pink ribbon. Hello, everyone that's joining us. Thank you so much for joining me, you guys. If you wouldn't mind sharing or thumbs upping or hearting what we're doing here, that'd be awesome too. So we've got the same, oh gosh, I'm making a lot of noise. I've got the same colors of ink. Now these aren't exactly what she used, but I mean, they're similar. So she used daffodil. I'm going to use pale papaya. She used flirty flamingo. I'm going to use polished pink. She used Bermuda Bay. I'm using Bermuda Bay. Okay, so the measurements on these pieces, I can't remember. We have Whisper White. No, Basic White. Sorry, we changed the name of that. 2 3/4 by 3 7/8. I know that's a weird measurement, but it works out when you do the stamping. Oh, and then this is 3 by 4 1/8. I did write that down. Standard card base, 5.5 by 8.5. And then this little strip of the Bermuda Bay Designer Series paper is 1 by 4 1/4. And I don't know if any of you guys have these patterns of paper. They were free if you joined Stampin' Up! During Celebration. You got all these papers for free. I am loving these patterns. Last year's patterns just did not do much for me at all. And I honestly felt like some of the colors in those patterns didn't match like the real color, but these are just these I think match really well, and I really like the patterns. So I'm not sad that they retired all those patterns from last year and brought in these new ones. In fact, I'm really happy about it. Oh, glare, sorry. All right, we're also going to be using these fun little loose flower flourishes. And then we have our stamps and our ink. Okay, so this is the stamp that I chose to use out of the watercolor shapes. It's this one here. No, it's this one here. It's this long skinny one. So I got it mounted on this tiny block. And actually, you know what? I think I need to mount it on a different block, because when I was working with it earlier today, I said to myself, Self, you need to put that on a different block because that's not really working that great. Hold on. I want to use a different block. I want to use a block that doesn't have any window cling on it. Okay. So I'm going to start out by stamping my sentiments first, and I'm going to do those in black. So we're going to stamp our birthday. I'm going to stamp it, tap it in the air because my table, everything wiggles. I need to get like a freestanding camera stand that it's not attached to my, the way you have the pieces laid on the table looks cool for a design. Oh, thanks, Mary. All right, so we're going to stamp our birthday. Wait a minute. No, I'm not going to stamp that first. I lied. We're going to do this part first. I just was looking at my cheat sheet sample that I did earlier today, and I'm like, no, we're not going to do that. We're going to do this first. So let me get all my inks out here. Oh, here's my beautiful hand where they ruined me. So thank you so much for that. Okay. We're going to start with the pale papaya. And I'm going to kind of stamp it just right in the middle. This is how I started it today. Am I in the frame? Yes. Okay. So there's that. Now you do have to clean it. That's maybe like the only thing that's kind of a pain with this is you do have to clean it each time. So, but it's fine. Then you got to spank it. Pam Taylor told me this. You spank your stamp, and then you continue on. So now we're going to use the, ooh, you know what? I just remember, this is really inky, and so I want to make it not so inky. Sometimes when they're new, they're pretty inky, and then when you ink them up and stamp them, they can look kind of puddly. It's not really a word, but I think you know what I mean. So I'm going to take this, well, it's a dull knife, and I'm just going to press the ink down into the pad so that when I ink up my stamp, I'm not getting too much ink. All right, so I'm going to kind of stamp that right next to that. That worked out, and then of course we're going to clean it off again. Spank it. Do our Bermuda Bay right here. Okay. Oops, it's getting kind of crooked, but I think that's fine. So what do I have? I have papaya, and then I have pink, and then I have Bermuda. So now I need papaya again. So I'm just going to, my chamois down here, so I'm just going to keep using the old chamois. All right, I got to try to make this not crooked now. Sometimes I do that. I don't know why that happens to me, but whatever. Oh, and see, now when I had this Bermuda done before, I thought I could do this. All right, and I am kind of switching the stamp, like flipping it upside down each time, just because I feel like that just gives it even more random look. Stamp it, or spank it. And, well, whoops, I got to flip it again. And I just think these stamps are so cool. I just love how they're kind of like, I don't know, like watercolored. And there's like the different, they're distinctive stamps, I think is what Stampin' Up! Calls them. So pink, so I need the papaya again here. Oh, I didn't flip it. It doesn't matter. There we go. 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I don't think I can do any more. So my sample is a little bit different than this, but it's going to be fine. Okay, so we have our little stamping done here. Close up our ink so we don't make a mess. I close my chamois and throw it off to the side here. Okay, now I can bring this back in. And we will ink it up again just to make sure, because I'm sure the ink is kind of settled while I was doing the stamping. All right, so we're going to kind of stamp the old birthday right here. And I'm kind of wondering now if I should have used a foam pad. Sometimes you get lucky. Ooh, I did. And then we use the happy. Ooh, and I want to tell you something about this stamp set that's really cool that you may or may not have noticed. I didn't notice it until today when I was stamping with it. I was like, oh my gosh, that's so cool. But it has birthday in both of the fonts. So it has the really bold birthday, plus it has the cursive birthday. Same with happy and friend and thanks and hello. So you can do like different variations of that, which I think is pretty cool. So there you go. Where's my lid to my ink? Because I don't want ink getting everywhere. All right, where's my seal? So I'm going to attach this to my layer of pale papaya. And how simple was that, really? I mean, that was super simple, too. I don't have to close my eye anymore. So awesome. Okay. Now I want to decide, I got to figure out where I want to put my strip of Desire Series paper. I think I kind of want to do something like this. So that's probably fine. So let me add some seal here. Oh, whoa. I guess we'll just come up here and do that. That's what it wanted me to do. All right, so, oh, hold on. I'm going to bring in one of these. Because sometimes you don't get stuff on there straight. And I want it to be straight. Since I have this new eye, this new fancy eye, yeah, so I like to use grid paper. It just helps me line things up. Okay. Now, of course, we're going to add this with dimensionals. Two-eyed Barb now. I know. Can you imagine how well I'm going to stamp now? I mean, because, you know, I don't want to brag, but I didn't stamp too terrible for being legally blind in one eye. You know what else is really cool? I can drive and not be scared. I didn't really like driving towards the end there. It was not, honestly, I probably shouldn't have been driving, but I felt like, you know, the places I did drive, I mean, I'd been there numerous times. I knew how to get there. I didn't really go during heavy traffic times or anything like that. So, but yeah, I can see to drive now, which is really nice too. Where's my garbage can? Oh, here we go. Okay. So there's what we have so far. Pretty. Also in this little stamp set are these little check, like plus signs, not hashtag as my husband always does. He's kind of weird. Or maybe that is a real hashtag thing. I don't know. Anyway, he does that sometimes and my kids just like roll their eyes and go, oh geez, Dad, come on. But I thought perhaps, hopefully I don't ruin this. Well, I guess if I do, I'll just redo it. But I thought maybe if I added just a little bit of interest down here in the corner, that it might be kind of fun. Just because, you know. And then maybe up here in this corner. Maybe. Try not to get stamping anywhere else. Except where it's supposed to be. Okay. I think that'll work. Isn't that cute? And you know what would be really fun? You could do this in multiple colors. So, I mean, if you like had a guy that you were giving a card like this to, if you, excuse me, if you did it like in Misty Moonlight and Just Jade and I don't know, Crumb Cake or something, it would be really manly. Maybe I'll have to do that when we're done here. Okay, where is my ribbon? Here's my ribbon. So I would tie a bow. I think you guys have seen me tie a bow before, but I just make 2 bunny ears, cross them, pull the loop through the hole, and then you just pull the loops tight while you manipulate it to be as long as you want it. So I've already done that. I think I'm just going to stick that right up here. Oh no, I was going to stick it down here at the bottom. Where's my glue dots? Okay. And then I have those little flower embellishments, and I think I might want to... Who did that? Barb? Oh my gosh. Maybe I'm going to have to stick this right here. Change of plan. Because what happened, I was heavy-handed with my ink, and I got ink all on my block, and then I got the ink from my block on my card. So that changed where I was putting my ribbon. Whatever. It's still cute. And then I still can put on one of these little flowers. So where's my glue? I thought maybe one of these teeny tiny ones. Where did it go? Oh, it's right here. I don't know. Can you do that? Can you just stick a teeny tiny little flower randomly somewhere, or can you not? Is that like not allowed? Okay, where would I put it though? You can't really see it there. Oh, I'm going to be sad. I really wanted to put this on here somewhere, but I don't think it's going to... I think it looks kind of stupid. Up here? As sad as it might be, I think I'm going to have to put that away and use it on a different card because I don't think I can get it on here and have it look cute. Ooh, I just thought of something, you guys. Hold on. I don't know. When I'm sitting down here by myself, the inspiration doesn't always come. But when I'm stamping for you guys, it's like inspiration just flies into my brain. So hold on. I got an idea for the inside of the card. Okay, I'm going to move that up there where there's no ink. And I'm going to open these all up again. Oh my gosh. Okay. We need the chamois. This is going to be our inside layer. Ooh, hair. Jeez, come on. Okay. This is what I was thinking. I was thinking, what if I did this? What if and I'm going to try to, you know, space, that. I'm going to try to wing it. I don't know if it's going to work. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we'll see what happens when we go in for the next color. Now we're going to go pink. Okay, this is going to be the inside of the card. Ooh, I'm kind of excited about this. See what happens. I think I might have too much space for my Bermuda Bay, but you know, it is what it is. It's a hand stamp. Oh gosh, what the heck? Oh, now I got to try to, whew, dodge that bullet. No, actually, it's not too shabby. Ooh, wow, check it out. Okay, what's before pink? I think we need, or no, gosh, it's a blue. Can I even see what I'm doing? And I even have two eyes, so what the heck? There. Okay. That's going to be for the inside. How cute. Do I prefer the chamois over the Stampin' Scrub? You know, Mary, yes. Ever since they came out with the chamois, I have been using it exclusively. My poor Stampin' Scrub, I honestly don't even know where it is. It's not even on my stamp table anymore because I literally don't use it. So, yeah. Okay. That is adorable. What is the name of the stamp set? What did I do with it? It's called Watercolor Shapes, Chris. And it's really fun. Let me open it. So let's see, the circle is a what? What size circle is that? About a 2 1/4 inch circle. Then this rectangle is 3 by 2. So if that gives you any indication about how much, you know, how big everything is. Okay, we're going to put this on the inside, and then card number 1 is done. Oh my gosh. That makes me happy right there. That is so, oh my, how happy is that? That makes me really happy. Okay, card number 1 done with an amazing inside. All right. Let's move on. Oh, then the other stamp set was called Biggest Wish. So there you go. Cheryl says she still loves her Stampin' Scrub. No judgment here, Cheryl. No judgment whatsoever. We all need to use what we want to use when we're stamping because it's our stuff and we're making our cards, so we can do whatever we want, right? I probably should have washed my chamois before I went live because I kind of think that I was wiping off when I made my sample piece. Oh, here's my tester. This was my tester that I did earlier today. Because I always have to do a tester before I actually come live to make sure that, you know, the card's going to work. I'm not really an on-the-fly stamper like Dina. She's an amazing on-the-fly stamper. Me, not so much. I can embellish and add to what I'm doing, but I can't really stamp on the fly. Okay. So everybody's saying this is on their next order. How do you wash it? Oh, you literally just run it under the faucet, Mary, and squeeze it. You just turn the water on and just start getting it wet and squeezing it, and the ink will just come out. And yes, it will look like this eventually, horrifically, disgustingly stained. But as long as when you're squeezing it, no ink is coming out, it's clean. And that's it. I don't use any soap or anything like that. And you know what's really funny? When you, like say you turn your hot water on, you have to wait for it to get hot. While you're waiting for it to get hot, start wringing it out. Because when you have cold water running on this thing, it's like you'll get green and blue tones coming out. But as soon as the water turns really warm, it's like reds start to come out of this thing. I don't know why that is. I'm sure there's some weirdo science behind it that I don't understand. But yeah, it's kind of crazy.